I'm looking over some Reddit morons that we overlooked before. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another Brony Debates Live. I hope you are all doing well out there and having a wonderful weekend. We're getting started back, hopefully, on our regular Saturday night time slot here with our two favorite ponies and some brown frickin' moron with glasses. How are you all doing? We got joining us tonight the most beautiful woman in the whole world, Mrs. Princess Heather Blossom. How are you doing?
I was waiting for the bait and switch where you called DJ pretty and not me.
I've already played that joke.
What?
Are you saying DJ's not pretty?
Yes.
Oh, I knew he didn't care.
You son of a bitch!
DJ looks like a sumo wrestler forgot to get into the wrestling part.
Mean.
You are a bitch.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a horrible person. Nobody should watch me. Nobody should give me any attention. Anyway, we reset the monthly goal for the streaming fundraiser, so have fun with that. Maybe you should drop something in the tip jar to console DJ for that nasty burn he just took.
It's all lies. He never cared.
Other than that, DJ, how are you doing tonight?
I was doing a lot better before you started singing.
Yeah, as soon as I started singing, I was like, oh man, my voice is not in it tonight. Ah, geez. And by the way, yes, to those talking in the chat, we do know about all of the censorship bills and YouTube and other social media policies coming down the pipeline here, and we're not happy about it. We don't like it one bit. We're gonna resist and support in any way we can to hopefully reverse that. Now, something like this comes along every couple of years, and they're wildly unpopular. So, we just got to keep beating them down because it's kind of just the nature of government is they're going to try to control and censor. This is exactly what the founding fathers of America warned about. Anyway, but we're not going to talk much more about that at the moment unless, something other than that relevant comes up. We don't really have a plan for tonight. I have a plan for next week. Hopefully that'll go through, but that shouldn't stop us from having some fun for tonight. We do have some topics left over from the last time we went and did some filler content on Reddit. So are you guys ready to tackle our first topic?
No one's ever really ready for Reddit, but let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway. All right. I hate Star Swirl the Bearded. Alrighty then. I hate him. It's just... Okay. First of all, throughout the entire show, they described Star Swirl the Bearded as amazing, super cool looking wizard. The way I imagined it was glowy and flowy hair. Okay, I'm sorry your headcanon wasn't canon. The way Celestia's hair flows and... generally a much cooler looking guy. He looks like your average guy. I was just so underwhelmed. Then when Twilight rips him and all the others out of limbo after 1,000 years to save them, he is so rude from the get-go to her. Like, yes, if someone undid my spell and brought back the villain I did so much work to terminate, I'd be salty too, but obviously she was trying to... Ooh, I don't like that. That triggered the grammar Nazi. Trying to help. And also you just answered your own question there, son. So he gets a pass for being rude in the first episode, but he just didn't stop. It seems like he had total jealousy issues because whenever Twilight mentioned the strength of her magic or even gave an idea or a possible plan, he'd shush her down and talk about his own better plan. Shout out to Twilight's friends for standing up for her. Specifically Rainbow Dash, moving on. Starlight Glimmer never even did anything to him, and he was still a jerk. What's his deal? Then after they save the world, again, because him trapping the Pony of Shadows in Limbo didn't solve all of Equestria's problems like he thinks, he becomes a nice pony. Are you serious? All this buildup, even me thinking you were evil sometime to just go and be nice, at least you had some depth, but now you're just a nice, genuine pony. Get out of here, my face with that. I also hate Starlight Glimmer's character and her redemption arc. If you want me to go into detail about that, I will.
I want to start with this I didn't write this. I didn't write that.
Are you sure, Heather? Are you sure?
The last part sounded like me, but the rest of it I wasn't with. I haven't talked about how much I hate her in a hot 10 minutes, okay?
Let me just divert for a quick second here, because this kind of reminded me of something funny that happened a couple of weeks ago when we were, it was after one of your streams. We're scrolling Twitter on your computer there, and then I just decide to open up the post tweet button on your account, and I started typing, Starlight Glimmer is the best pony, and you pretty much frickin' tackled me. It was hilarious.
I caused pain that day. You like being in pain.
Mega Annie-Link going, oh no, he becomes a better person, he grows, oh no. DJ, what do you think of all this?
It's really kind of missing the entire storyline that they were telling through the episode, because they immediately made their decision that, oh, he's a jerk, he must be evil, which barely ever pans out in this show, so I'm not sure why they thought that was going to be the thing. But he's not jealous of Twilight. He's mad at her for breaking his spell that sealed away the greatest evil they had had in their time. Because she didn't think this through.
Not just the
he already has a bad thought of her.
Yeah, not even the greatest threat of their time, of Twilight's time too. Like, that dude was arguably worse than some of the other major villains that we had been dealing with, you know? The Pony of Shadows.
Starlight, he was more dismissive than mean with her, because he's never come across a creature he could redeem. And he's never had the thought process of even thinking that was an option. It was, for one thing, he's from 1,000 years ago, very different thought processes. And two, like, they didn't have the elements of harmony back then. They didn't even exist yet. Those ideas were still literally growing from them. So, like, you just have these strange ponies that tore you out of your sealing spell that was designed to save the world, and they're telling you you're wrong. That's not going to go well. He can be as wrong as he wants, but their method of doing it is not helping.
Especially for someone as learned and skilled and experienced and old as he is, that
literally the teacher to 2 alicorns.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to internalize, especially coming right back into existence after a 1,000-year break. And like, I could only imagine, because like I have no trouble imagining the concept of sacrificing myself to save my country or people I care about, whatever. But then if I found out that my effort was for nothing, that like, I'd be pretty mad about that. And then when's the next time we see him? We see him in the episode where Rockhoof wants to become a statue. And
no, it was the Flim and Flam episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to get to that one too.
That was his first time reappearing.
His first time, yeah. And so he doesn't really understand friendship. He sort of laid the groundwork for people like Celestia to then teach people like Twilight how to, you know, the magic of friendship. He didn't know about that. He just drew from his own innate abilities and research. So, of course, he's going to get scammed by Flim and Flam, who are just, you know, taking this new concept that he doesn't really know anything about and suckering him in and twisting it into something he's not gonna recognize isn't friendship. So Heather, what do you think about all this?
I immediately was like set off by the first like paragraph being like, I imagined it like this and like that, and he was just a guy. It's like, dude, that's just how it is. Yeah, we pump people up a lot when we're telling stories about them. Like, you think fucking everybody who's ever talked about George Washington or whatever, like, was George Washington the one they said never told a lie, or was that Abraham Lincoln?
Both of them.
Yeah, they both have that.
Yeah, so like, how much you want to bet he lied about, like, I totally wasn't the one who farted, okay? Do you think, like, you'd meet George Washington, go back in time to meet George Washington and be like, oh, this is just a dude. This is just a dude who was kind of right place, right time, the right kind of guy for the job.
Yeah, from what I've heard, George Washington was an absolute psychopath. And he was using guerrilla tactics against the British, which are particularly brutal. And then Abraham Lincoln has a whole documentary about how, like, the way he handled the Civil War in his term as president, really doing a lot of stuff that may or may not have been unconstitutional. Ultimately, you know, we don't know if that was for the better or not. But and I haven't seen that documentary yet. I've been meaning to, but yeah, we certainly have our figureheads.
So like I'm saying, like you can't like I guess you can be upset about it. I just think it's dumb that like, oh yeah, the person that like we knew was always like just a magical unicorn was just a magical unicorn. How are you upset about that? Yeah, people get like all freaking stories get blown out of proportion. When there's legends told down from person to person, things get like flanderized. That's just how it is. And how do you not know that? And like, yeah, I thought it was so stupid. It's like, my headcanon of what he might look like was like proven incorrect. I'm like, dude, we've had so much time to make up so many different iterations of the character. Okay, I just think like their beginning reasoning was so just juvenile. I'm just like the rest of it you can hardly even take seriously. And so like Star Swirl starts rude, they hate that, then he turns nice, and they hate that too. Like this person is just never gonna be happy with anything. Like if Star Swirl was not how they wrote them in their little fan fiction, they're not gonna be happy.
Yeah. And then I'll bet you, even if they took his fan fiction and were like, here's $1 million, we're gonna make an episode based on your we're gonna not even based on, we're gonna adapt your fan fiction, and this is gonna be Star Swirl's canon character. That episode's gonna air and he's gonna go pandering. Because it's
just someone looking to be salty about something.
Yeah. Hate people like that. That's why you on Reddit using words like
I was about to say, like, they're on Reddit though, so it's kind of just expected. Like, let's see how they got burned in the comments.
And to be fair, he actually looks a lot like Twilight's costume from Nightmare Night. The beard on her is just a little longer.
He's got the cloak, and I bet she was shorter than him at that point in time, so that's why her cloak seemed longer.
No, the beard's longer.
Oh. Yeah,
the beard on
grow out that beard, dog. Grow out that beard.
Let's see here. I generally find it difficult that the same guy who taught magic to two born alicorns treated the new alicorn princess and future monarchs of Equestria very badly and discredited the achievements of the new alicorn princess, who was taught by the same monarch he taught millennia before.
He doesn't know that.
Maybe he was right to distrust Starlight and whatever, but it doesn't mean that all the time. He was treating badly a princess.
This person came out right very good.
Yeah. But we get the idea of what, Flags in Bio here is saying, right?
That's not Flags in Bio, that's Flags in Icon.
Yeah, whatever. You generally lose points with me if I see flags in any part of what your thing here.
You said you liked my Celestia flag!
Okay, yeah, but that's a cool flag. Alright, so let's see here.
Too many people agreeing with this man. I don't like it.
Well, we are on Reddit. Instead of Star Swirl, we
God.
gotten Scorpan. At least Scorpan was likely still alive if his brother is, and there would have been more story opportunities from him. Scorpan would have been casted aside like Star Swirl was.
Yeah, he would have been.
I like the pillar stories when they were stories, but now they're in the present. All I gotta say is why, especially since their potential wasn't explored. I can sort of get behind that. I could have had more pillar episodes. That would have been cool.
I like a lot of the people in this comment section are illiterate. I'm wondering if we're looking at comments from children.
Entirely possible. While we were looking for stuff to talk about here, we scrolled past somebody's birthday cake for their 17th birthday. Let me click on that.
Well, 17-year-old knows how to spell, don't they?
Maybe back in the day. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Ooh! Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to scroll back up real quick. Who made this?
You better believe I got tricks up those sleeves, girl.
I've been following that person on DeviantArt.
My Little Sombra, Resistance is Magic. I dig it. I dig the outfit.
I love it.
It's basically an anthro version of that bad timeline with Sombra.
I like it. Aw. This is some really good anthro art. I love this, actually. It's still really cute. Still got hoosies.
Yeah. Now, you see, this is what anthro art should be. Oh, that's a cool.
Or propaganda.
I love this. I actually love this.
Who's the artist?
Well, it's in that timeline. It's in the Sombra timeline from that finale.
Yeah.
But who is the artist? I think probably the person who posted it because they're asking about it.
I don't know. You don't want to go
freelance artist.
You don't want to go digging too much on Reddit. You stumble on something.
Well, you'll find the same thing you find on Twitter. Maybe there's a little porn, maybe there's not.
Hey, look.
Hey, those are some good cosplays.
Yeah.
Hey, I have that wig.
Oh, I was saying before the stream, this was bugging me because this is like looking at this reminds me of those things where you have to read. Like, imagine you have the word green written in red font. You know what I mean? So you got to say the word red when it says green, and your brain is reading green, but you got to say red. That's what this image is doing to me, and I don't like it. Where was it? But yeah, birthday cake, 17 years old. Oh, another cosplay? This chick
They're going to a rave.
This chick used Blueface. That's racist.
Blueface! Downvote her!
And we got Pinkie Pie with vitiligo. Interesting.
I fucked up. I confused the names. I was gonna say alopecia.
Alopecia.
That's not what that is.
No, that's when you lose your hair.
I know.
Okay.
I got them fucked up in my head. That's my bad.
I can't find it again, and this is we're wasting too much time. So I was curious about
this. Yeah, that was the artist as the poster.
Mm-hmm. Starlight explains why Starburst would never work as a ship.
Fruity.
Oh, you bitch!
That's kind of funny.
It's kind of a meme, like... so it's pretty good. Good.
I still ship it. It's a canon event. Starburst.
There, I sent you that art for DeviantArt if you want to look over their other stuff.
She just sniffed him and was like, I know what you are.
Paladin saying
Starlight outing Sunburst in front of his mother.
Yeah, go back up, please. I listen, you guys are probably 30 seconds behind real time here. I have no idea what you're referring to. Go on the Reddit yourself and find it. Let's see here. Which ship is the worst out of these three?
That's just vanilla. That's not that bad. That's just really
Flashlight. Vanilla. This thing definitely caused the most drama back in 2013.
Too many
oh my
families.
God, get over it, bronies. It is not a big deal. It's not that deep.
None of the bronies that cared about it that much are still in the fandom.
Ah, for Christ's sake. I don't want to
There's
date your
issues, but it's
cousin.
not that bad. We went over that.
Don't date your cousin.
Age gap.
I think we established that their age gap is probably like, I think we were kind of like, okay, Spike is around 12 because he gets his puberty wings, and obviously Rarity is a full-grown woman, so I don't know.
It's just Dipper and Wendy again.
Yeah. Not to say that when, because, he may be 10 and she's 15, and then she may be 15 and then she's 20, but when he's 20 and she's 25, something could happen.
Not that.
Yeah,
not
I still
that
think
bad.
Spike isn't all that much younger than the others. It's just Dragon's age slower.
Well, he was given as a baby when we suppose Twilight is about, 11, right?
I don't know. Twilight looked like she was, 6 or 7 in that flashback.
That doesn't really match up with when they get their cutie marks, does it?
Well, we don't really get any canon ages for anyone. We don't even know how old these CMC are.
I had always assumed around 10 to 12.
I mean, the most we can guess is from Equestria Girls, but even then, we don't have anything definitive other than they're under 20.
They're in, high school. And, since Applejack would be in high school, and she has a sister who seems to be in, middle school because she'll be seen around the same area, that would have me believe they're only 2 to 3 years apart, as opposed to, a more significant amount. But, we're getting too much into the details of this.
This, okay, so Sparity might be the worst because it's one-sided. At least in canon.
Is that really
Marvel
better than doing your cousin?
Yeah, that's it. It's so distantly related and also unconfirmed that it probably doesn't matter. But this would also be one-sided, and also these two would have the worst communication skills between the two of them. We already did this, but we called it Fluttermac back in 2011, and
it's still weird. It's still weird, and her hair looks weird in this picture.
We did go over that it's not completely weird. It's just how the family dynamic was growing then that kind of makes it weird.
Everything about it's weird.
So, these guys I don't know what they would bond over. The only reason, if there's any attraction in this frame right here, which I would more so believe that at least on the time, in the way of Big Mac, it's just shyness and not, right? Like, he's just reacting like this because he's shy, and we've established that, but she is genuinely attracted to him. These two would not be able to bond or really even communicate that well with each other. You can't have two bottoms in a relationship. I didn't know how else to put that.
There. Yeah. Luckily, Sugar Bell is the top, right?
You know what? I would not put it past her, especially with the way that she laid the law down in that episode where they got together.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing wrong with this. This is genuinely a good ship, and I wish we saw more of it. I wish it was canon.
It's just kind of vanilla.
Yeah,
or Vincent Tong.
Yeah, I know it's and that type of thing is going to bore the heck out of Heather because she's a drama queen like that. But
what am I interested in? What is there to be invested about? Oh, you're happy, you have a relationship, and nothing ever happens ever again. Shut the fuck up.
I crave the life, Heather, where nothing ever happens again. Like that.
Oh my god, you're the kind of person that watches those really boring slice of life anime, or that are just about getting to hold hands by season 3. This is bullshit.
And you married me, you freaking moron.
So it can't possibly be that bad.
Rusty in the chat. You can't have two bottoms in a relationship. Looks at the Fluttershy's parents.
Well, we see what terror that reeks.
Gojillion
Yeah,
saying
he's in
vanilla
the
can be
world.
good. Vanilla can be good. You just chocolate syrup. I don't like that.
What's
I
the
don't like
chocolate
that.
sauce in this?
I don't like the implications of that. That would imply a chair in the corner of the bedroom. I don't like that.
No, straight-laced relationship, the kinkiest sex you can ever imagine going on behind closed doors.
I don't like that. That's usually so what? So we've narrowed down that it's not flashlight. So are we unrequited, potentially incestuous, and inability to communicate, or just one-sided with an age gap? Which
Look,
worse?
I just hate the implied incest. That gives me so much more ick. So let the freaking Marble Mac.
I think it brings up more points that Marble and Marble and Big Mac would never be able to actually communicate, and it would quickly fall apart. It was a physical attraction that never lasted, and by the end of Heartwarming, after he'd gotten with Sugar Bell, she was over it.
I sort of answered my own question when I listed 3 things that could each individually undo a relationship with this pairing, and could only find 1.5 things wrong here.
Ugh.
Rusty saying Sparity is the worst out of the 3.
Who's the worst out of the 3?
Sparity.
Maybe it's my own headcanon getting the blocking of me, but I don't think it's that big of an age gap.
I also think it's not that big of a deal.
And I'm not entirely sure it's one-sided, considering how that one episode with Gabby went.
Yeah, once again, Heather, you might be biased. You married into an age gap.
I am.
Let's see what the comments
I'm not saying right now. I'm saying save it for later.
One last because Spike last one because Spike is basically a baby or a kid, right? I always hated the trope where a young boy character crushes on a girl way older than him. Dipper Pines, Carl Weezer, Clyde McBride. Right. But like
Clyde McBride.
I don't know. I know it happens. Like, I know that's an uncomfortable conversation, but you don't do yourself any favors by not admitting that it happens. I bet you had
apparently that last one is a Loud House character.
I bet you had a crush on, somebody older when you were younger. It's not even.
You mean in general, or are you actually asking someone?
No. I'm talking to the elemental Gryphon here. But like, yeah, but it could be anybody. It happens, and it happens to both boys and girls too. Let's see here. Why people so weirded out about the second one, even if they related in the episode about family trip, can see they are so many generations removed. Doubt they share any genetics aside from being Earth ponies. By that logic, you can't marry anyone in a small town community because they may have crossed paths with your family. I'm not even mentioning Pinky's branch can be on the side or hypothetical grandparent siblings married with apples. Yeah, nothing bad can happen. So basically what this person's saying is that there's no way that Marble Mac is incestuous. What do you think about that,
to an extent,
Heather?
it's true.
Can you repeat what you said?
There's no way, basically according to this comment, there is no way that Marble Mac is incestuous.
Look, you can't prove that, and the fact that you can't is what bothers me. The fact that they found some supposedly either marriage or blood relation that kind of unifies them as a family, and they're trying to set up family dynamics, makes it weird. It's weird. You'll never be able to rub off the weird. It's weird. And I don't use that word very often because I'm used to and I'm down with a lot. I'm not down with you fucking your cousin 10 times removed, okay? It's still weird.
If we go back, we don't even need to go back that far for most of the planet to be related. to each other. Just keep that in mind.
I guess so. Sure. As it is, it kind of irks me that people say we look a lot alike, that we could pass for siblings, as opposed to, like, and that's a whole trend. It's like, hey, are these two people in a picture siblings or dating? And everyone always gets it wrong. Like, unless it's like a white person dating, like, anybody who has more melanin in their skin, people are gonna assume you're their fucking sibling.
And with me, that might not even be the case. I've got black family. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Heather, for some reason, remember that time we went to Subway with Emerald Spencer? And the dude thought he was the dude thought he was our son.
Well, at least they didn't think I was boning a brother or something.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's one time I went to Universal with my cousin, and the Grinch, like, started like, you know, joke flirting with her like the Grinch does, and one of the helpers there was like, "Oh, the Grinch has got your girlfriend, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Not a darn thing, that's my cousin." And
You know, I realized today.
And she was like, "Oh,
guess he can have her."
yeah."
Freaking, I was gonna say today, it probably looked very sus when I was at, like, the jewelry store getting my ring maintained, and I was looking at the counter right underneath me to look at the Disney collection I really liked. And since Spencer was the only one there with me because you went to the bathroom for, like, the third time today, I was, like, looking to him and pointing at stuff I liked. I'm like, oh, I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one the most. And I bet people are just like, man, she's like giving her boyfriend a long-ass list of stuff she wants.
And Emerald does
and
not
then you
look
come
like
and I hold on to you like, yeah, he does not look like he can afford shit there. Like, at least dressed as he was. He was just in cargo pants and a freaking nerdy t-shirt. Like, yeah, sure, bitch. In your dreams, maybe. Freaking, and then you just come along and I cling to your arm and be like, and I like this. And I was like, whoa! People would probably around there like, whoa, she's playing two fields. Someone's gonna cave.
All right, so who else low-key ships these two?
I mean, I guess I obviously see who the bottom and top are, so it could work, but I don't see, like, what would bring them together, you know?
I can see them going for a date. I can't see it being a lasting relationship.
No, I can't see it. I can't see it being anything.
Yeah, it's very platonic. Like, I think Starlight is super not interested, and it's never even crossed Thorax's mind. Like, I don't even think this guy knows what sex is.
No,
Changelings might not.
Just all he knows is lay egg.
He doesn't even know lay egg. All he knows is he came from an egg. He doesn't know how the egg got there.
Like, what? Like, why would they explain that to me? I'm just a fucking worker bug or whatever the fuck. They don't tell me shit.
Oh god, the chat. Paladin saying, "Who's the hottest Disney princess?" And Irish John, how you doing, Irish John? Miss you, man. Says, since Disney bought Fox, does the xenomorph count?
Yeah, put a little tiara on it.
Well,
and
no,
are you saying that's the one you picked to be the hottest?
Oh, geez.
What'd that mouth do?
It does a few different things if I remember the movie correctly.
But
also, no, that's not a princess.
Queen?
Yeah, and I was just about to say that. Thank you for taking my joke.
Yes, that's what I do here.
She's a queen.
Let's see the comments. I don't ship them, but I do think it would be a very sweet relationship. I kind of do, honestly. It would be frankly pretty cute. I don't personality ship them, but I can see the appeal. What? Oh, personally,
Man.
I'm dyslexic.
Everyone has such bad opinions on here.
Like, could somebody, we're at the end of the comment thread, but nobody gives a reason why. They just say, yeah. And that's because
Well, this person gave a good reason why they wouldn't.
Let's see here. That's about it. Honestly, there's taste and personality seem more like they would clash in a relationship, creating more problems than anything else.
Yeah.
Better than Starlight and Sunburst. You get the heck out of here, Add Dangerous 6153. What the heck is wrong with you?
Brawny, we just went over a thread about why they wouldn't work. God, you don't remember nothing.
Listen, you can be fruity and straight at the same time.
I guess so, but also, like, it's the same dynamic. Like, it's the same dynamic as this. I see, like, I'm tired of the childhood friend trope, and also, they're just kind of... I mean, the only reason I think she's even into Sunburst was because they're childhood friends, and she wants to cling on to her childhood innocence. But that's all I see there.
Rusty
like,
in the
what
chat.
What else is there?
Rusty in the chat says, I have seen some pretty hot xenomorph art. Rusty, you're supposed to be a Christian. Be better than that.
Don't kink shame, bro.
God, I can't. I've just checkmated myself because I can't even say that, like, I love kink shaming because somebody's going to be into that too. Anyway,
Don't kink shame, no.
Never got to include it when I was working on the show, but I'm glad they kept the fact that Fluttershy is a huge weeb. I just tabbed this because I love it. And
Really
the implications of those wondering, her favorite manga is a series called High School PXP. I've never watched this show, but everything I've heard about it gives me the impression of, why didn't you just make porn? Because you obviously just wanted to make porn for High School DxD.
Oh yeah, from what I'm seeing, yep, those tits are huge.
Did you go tab it on your side while I was talking about it?
Yeah, I was just like, what is High School DxD? Because I've heard of it once, but I don't know what it is. Yes, the story centers on Isohiro, a lascivious high school student from Kui Academy who desires to be a harem king and is killed by his first date. That actually sounds hilarious, that part. Just get killed by your first date. I want to be a harem king. Fucking die. Psh, you should kill him for that.
Well, shoot, how's the series more than one episode long, then?
He probably isekai'd to where people are actually hot for that shit.
As far as I know,
I'm gonna put it on my
place in the real world.
Crunchyroll list.
I think he gets powers by groping the other girls.
What the frick?
It's an ecchi.
That's stupid.
Ruby Shine says, I recognize 3 of those anime. Okay, so we've got Sailor Moon. We've got one of the girls from Evangelion.
Yeah. Oh, that's High School. That's Utena.
And then we got Bulma and
I used to
Ranma.
watch that one.
Yeah. And Mega Annie Link fan says, I hope that's fake. No, that was an actual tweet. I've seen it myself. Fandom Fluttershy makes sense now. Foss said it, so it's true. Going back to Fandom Fluttershy makes sense now. I haven't seen a whole lot of, like, Fandom Fluttershy, but from, like, 2012 to 2013, there was a very common trope of Fluttershy being a stoner in fanfictions. I have no idea why.
I thought that came about because of Tree Hugger.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this predated Tree Hugger.
Well, probably because she was like an animal activist who lived on the edge of the woods. Where else would you grow weed?
Let's see here.
I wonder how good this fucking So What I'm a Spider, So What anime came.
Alright, so magic of hatred. Well, no, because friendship is magic, so there can't be magic of hatred. But what do you guys think of the elements of disharmony here? We got cruelty. I'm not sure about that one for Sombra. We got deceit. I could buy that for Cozy Glow.
Dude, he reinvented slavery. Of course it's cruelty.
I would have called it depression. He was an allegory for depression. So that's what I would have gone with depression for Sombra. Chat, tell me what you think the elements would have been. And I know we have more than 6 villains in the show, though. So let's see here. Avarice, I could see that. Disloyalty.
Yeah, just being straight up with that one, because he is a big betrayer kind of guy.
I would have said
a lot of people.
I would have said greed for Tyrek.
Well, we already got Chrysalis for that. He could.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Put him under the category.
Greed does fall under avarice.
Yeah. Because like I understand avarice means like extreme greed, like for material things, but like in this case, it could just be like because if you think about it, love is just material to her. It's just food. It's what she needs to survive.
Well, I would think Chrysalis would either be lust or envy.
Yeah, well, and I was just about to say that once again, DJ. Gosh darn, that's the second time tonight. Yeah, Chrysalis is more of a luster and envy, or an envy, but those both fall under avarice as well. But Tyrek needed all of the magic, and Storm King wanted to rule or conquer all of Equestria.
Yeah, him as Gloom doesn't make any sense to me.
Oppressive force?
No, it needs to be something more concrete, because I get it. Cruelty was an answer to kindness, disloyalty was an answer to loyalty, deceit was an answer to honesty, avarice was an answer to generosity, and what was left? The last was laughter. And I guess instead of laughter, gloom? That doesn't make sense for Storm King's character. Like, what is the answer to laughter? Agony?
How about callousness or apathy?
I don't. He was kind of detached. I don't know.
Or Storm King? Either Storm King or Tyrek could also both fall under pride.
I'm not. I mean, it just does. It's not like a good. Because I liked that all of these were kind of like an answer, or the dark shadow, other side of the coin for the virtues of harmony. I don't there has to be something that fits better as the answer against laughter. Like laughter, anger, laughter.
Well, laughter would be the opposite of laughter would be fear or depression, which are both somber.
Let me see. Laughter, crying, sadness, unhappiness. Gloom is an answer, but it just. But he doesn't make sense for it. He just doesn't make sense. If you want to do Gloom, use a different character, because this one doesn't work. Like a Wendigo would make sense, but that's not exactly a character. That's like a natural force or some bullshit, like a cryptid.
Yeah. So
what about despondency?
That's a heck of a word.
Not seeing it.
A state of low spirits caused by loss of hope or courage.
I agree that it's I agree that it's a fitting word, but not fitting as like an element where the theme was like, I don't know, words a 4-year-old could understand.
Yeah, we want to keep it simple. I mean, avarice a kid wouldn't understand. They'd have to Google that one or fucking chat GPT it as they do these days. But freaking Gloom is easy to understand. It just don't have the right character here. Like, what other enemies that we have? Despair would also be excellent. Despair would be excellent, but I still don't think my problem is the character they chose, not so much Gloom, because we could always find a fancier word for Gloom, but I'm just not digging Storm King for that. Maybe if you put Tempest Shadow in there, and we are acknowledging her as Tempest Shadow, not Fizzlepop Berry Twist, because Fizzlepop Berry Twist isn't evil anymore. Or maybe if you put Tempest Shadow there for despair or anger as an answer to laughter, that would be better, actually.
And for greed, I'd put the Flim Flams in there, but they weren't even really they had the potential to be villains, and we saw a timeline where they were really destructive villains. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do the Flim Flams really count as villains if they never got their own season finale.
Well, it depends if you're like, if you want to be grandiose, no. But like, if we're just talking a villain as akin to like the antagonist, sure, they're antagonistic.
So it sounds like we, for the most part, agree that the Flim-Flams don't really count as villains.
Yeah, like I said, depends on how you define them.
Yeah. What else do we have then? Does Discord count?
Well, actually, I wouldn't use season opener and closers as a determination on who a villain was, because, like, take Trixie for a sec. I'd say, especially with the Alicorn Amulet episode, she went full-on villain for a while. She was a villain.
Yeah. We also got the Pony of Shadows. If anything, that would count as Gloom more than anything than any other character.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Fair. That's perfect. Actually, that's like depression. That's great. I love it.
I suppose it would be more fitting that the Storm King is a false element of disharmony.
I guess if you want to do that.
I could see him boasting that he is one, but he's not.
Yeah, he kind of seems like a bullshitter.
So,
he's
and
like
then back to Tyrek. What are we thinking? Are we thinking pride or greed or
I think betrayal?
Anger?
I would think he certainly has all those attributes, but I feel like his defining moment, especially in his introduction, was just straight up turning on Discord the moment he got it.
Yeah.
And, like, he is also affected by betrayal because, you know, he felt betrayed by his brother when, in fact, he probably betrayed his brother by doing horrible shit. But, like, yeah, he is defined by disloyalty on both sides.
And what was the other word you used for it? It wasn't disloyalty.
Betrayal?
Betrayal. I like that better.
Yeah, because it felt kind of lazy because, yeah, we have loyalty and disloyalty. That does feel lazy. So put betrayal.
All right. I got to make a chart of this one of these
Good
days.
one, Rusty. Pony of Shadows, POS.
I like that. All right, let's move on. Who would win in a fight? This is where we left off the last time we did this. We got a few of these.
Big Mac.
Let me just tab those fights, real quick.
Oh man, I have opinions on some of those.
And the dragons.
3 dragons? He has to do 3. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he could take at least 1 or 2 of them on his own. He's a pretty tough dude, and he isn't stupid. But, like, 3 at once? Like, this isn't even a fight. They just jumped the guy on his way home.
You know something, though? Based on what we've seen, remember when all 3 of these guys got clowned by a single phoenix?
A baby phoenix?
That's true. Yeah. Well, I don't think it was a baby.
Oh, no, right. It didn't hatch to the end of the episode.
They were going for Phoenix. They were going for the egg, and the Phoenix. The mother, you know, freaking solar flared them.
Get away! Eat that.
Lured them away from the nest. Was, you know, swiping at them, and yeah. So, I think, but we have seen Garble fight, and Garble can fight when he's focused, right? He's still pretty hot-headed and, you know, misses obvious things. He's very likely to fall into traps. But in a one-on-one, Garble can fight. The 2 on the other side of him, I don't know their names, they're going to get folded. You know, unless they like come up behind Big Mac with a folding chair right at the start. Big Mac gets a one shot to the jaw on either of these guys, they're done. I can just see it in their face.
Oh, what about an arm wrestle, though?
Also folded.
And broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so after he, you know, knocks these 2 out, it's going to be a one-on-one with Garble, and that, in my opinion, is a toss-up. But I think if Garble takes 1 hit from Big Mac, like 1 direct hit to the face or gut, he's going to fold. He might try to get back up. It might go a round or 2. Ultimately, I feel like I'm leaning towards Big Mac, but I would say it's a close fight. What do you guys think?
I think Big Mac would body them.
Body. just freaking fly at them. He's a large enough man.
Yeah, and I mean the one thing that these guys are gonna have, they're gonna have flight and fire, so they could potentially burn him from a distance.
Yeah, that's the big problem I see, like the unfair advantages, because I don't want to say he's just an Earth Pony, because he's pretty fucking yoked, but like, you can't fly or fight fire.
So that's an interesting factor right there.
Yeah.
So that brings into questions: how high can they fly? And how far can they shoot their fire? And how hot is their fire? How long can they hold that fire for?
Those are just questions we can't answer.
I'm still going to lean towards Big Mac.
Sure, why not? He's the favorite. Just because we hate the rest of these guys. Fuck those guys.
That too. They're also really stupid. Big Mac has shown aptitude for cunning. Like, it's not a skill he needs all the time, but we know that he can.
And he knows how to do those fancy mathematics.
Yep. All right, who would win in a fight?
Daybreaker, hands down. Folded.
Yeah. Well, unless Tyrix sucks out all her magic.
Oh, she ain't gonna let him do that. The power of the sun, motherfucker.
How do you think she gets around it?
By supernovaing in his face, so he's blind and can't see ever again, and he dies.
What do you think, DJ?
I don't know, because it's hard to say if he could eat any magic that she throws at him.
He wasn't able to eat the magic Twilight threw at him, and it came to a pretty, big draw.
He didn't really have a whole lot of chance to respond there, at least.
I can only imagine Daybreaker's going to be even more vicious.
Daybreaker's very haughty, though.
I see what you're saying.
Tyrix got
it's a pun, but still, I don't know if she would be one to quickly end the fight.
Tyrix got a level threshold. Like we saw in Twilight's Kingdom, he had to get to a certain level of strength before he could absorb Discord. He had to get to a certain level of strength before he could absorb the Alicorns. All that. And before that, he was very cunning, very strategic, hid away. And then when he got strong enough, he didn't need to be cunning anymore, then he stopped using that skill. So, is he now at a level where he could match an Alicorn? And does the type of magic factor in? Like, can he absorb any type of magic, or can she throw, Fireball? And that's fire, so it's not technically magic. So, she can use magic to conjure fire, but then once it gets to him, it's not magic anymore. Is he going to be able to absorb that? I don't think he could in that situation. What do you think?
I am of the same mind. And I think if she surrounded him in a ring of fire, in a fire tornado, and just sucked the oxygen out of him, he would suffocate.
Ooh.
Asphyxiation.
Burning.
Inhalation. Burning. Dead. She's gonna kill him.
What do you think, DJ?
I suppose in the end, I'd probably give it to Daybreaker. I just think T-Rex would put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool fight. I would love it.
We're going to have to start, making our own, My Little Pony death battles here.
There, not enough.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here. Who would win in a fight between Cadence and Starlight? Starlight, hands down. Also, what in the JPEG is this?
No, it's Cadence versus Pixelated Starlight Glimmer. Cadence Destroyer! I don't know, man. She has the capacity to put a barrier around an entire kingdom. I think she could overpower Starlight. I wonder if Starlight is much smarter than Cadence. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how smart Cadence is.
You know Starlight has hacks and will find
God,
a
she
way.
She is a hack.
Yeah, barrier, she's going to crack it. She's going to find a way to walk through it. She's going to find a way around it. I think Starlight knows way the heck more about magic than Cadence does. I think she can she matched Twilight for skill, probably power. That's a question there, and intellect. So she knows more. She's more experienced, and she'll play dirty. Cadence demonstrates none of these traits.
Cadence is unfortunately a decent person.
Yeah.
Just way too normal.
Starlight would be brute forcing the whole thing.
God, she's like using every lockpick in Skyrim. Starlight needs to get off my lawn. And you know what would happen if I told her to get off my lawn? She'd do that stupid levitation shit, float like freaking blow a raspberry at me and float away, bitch.
No, what you do would be float over your lawn. It's like, I'm not touching it.
That's exactly what I just fucking said. That's exactly what I just fucking said. Not touching it. Fuck you. And like, fuck you, bitch. With my house.
That makes
Fuck
her
away
the
from
best
my property
character.
line.
For some reason, you guys just reminded me of the old Smosh skit with the flamingo, and the guy was like, that neighbor won't stay off my lawn. He's upsetting my pet flamingo. I don't know. I'm probably the only person on the planet that remembers that skit. You good? You
God,
saved your brain cells.
it's tickling the back of my brain.
Oh, jeez.
Smosh was never interesting to me, so.
Okay. I think Pharynx would whoop her ass. Like, I mean, depends on her magic, but like as a freaking changeling, and apparently a higher changeling, don't they kind of have the same powers? And he knows what to expect from her, and he does seem to be the militaristic mind of the hive. I mean, he also just kicks ass. He's all about kicking ass. That was his thing.
I think Chrysalis has way too high of a power threshold over him. I think she's just like, yeah, he's got all that. He's got the skills. He might even have the tactics. He might be able to put up a fight. As soon as Chrysalis gets her eyes on him, she's just going to overpower him.
He's a very talented changeling. I think he's a bit smarter than her, though, because she started to go freaking fucking Delulu near the end there. She got crazy. She was also not the plans person, like not the one with the plan, you know?
Well, her few
plans usually kind of suck.
Well, let's see. A Canterlot wedding, that was a good plan. She had no way to account for Twilight. In fact, I think she sort of did account for Twilight, and then Shining Armor invited her anyway. And then she was almost successful in undermining Twilight. The one trip she made was sending Twilight to the same place she sent Cadence.
She got pretty arrogant about it too. But like, what I don't get is her revealing herself like dramatic. Like, come on, I get it. It was awesome. It was cool to have that dramatic reveal. But also, why couldn't you go like, what's going on? There's a double me. This is all part of Twilight Sparkle's plan. You could have like drawn that shit out. Could have drawn it out really bad until your like warrior drones had completely like finished breaking down that barrier.
Yeah, her second plan was ambush the princesses, the entire royal family, and take over and replace them. And it was working. And she even had her castle set up that took away all of the advantages that someone would have used against her, like Starlight's magic. She probably couldn't have matched Starlight in a magical sense, but she didn't need to worry about Starlight's magic. She didn't need to worry about Discord's magic either. So it was
I want to
working.
say
It was working, but she didn't have any way to account for Thorax, and then Thorax bit her in the butt. So these were not bad plans. Even at the end of the series, not a bad plan, and it almost worked. The only one where she like had a bad plan was the time she tried to make like tulpas of the main six.
evil clones.
Yeah.
I remember that plan, and that's what I'm thinking of, because, like, a lot of her plans that almost worked, all depended on her, like, all rid on her depending on other people. Like, whenever she got closest, she had to depend on her hive. She had to depend on her strength in numbers with the hive, or, like, the other two bad guys she was with. When she was left her own devices, those plans were not very good and did not work very well. Like, she's always depending a lot on others, despite the fact that she's like, I don't need anybody. Yes, you do, bitch. You've spent your entire existence having an army with you. I don't think she works well without one.
What do you think, DJ?
It's hard to say. Chrysalis definitely is more of a powerhouse, but Faring's whole thing is being a militaristic ass who can back it up.
Yeah, he was able to back up everything he talked shit about. Like, apparently he was, like, hot, like, ahead of his freaking age group with being able to make transformations happen. Like, he was very good at that. Exceptional, even.
Yes, I'm not sure if I can make it definitive on this.
I'm pretty sure Chrysalis taught him everything he knows. And I'm pretty sure Chrysalis has a way higher power output. I'm giving it to Chrysalis. In fact, I'm pretty sure that cat y'all just heard in the background there is Chrysalis. Watch out for that cat, Heather.
You know it's freaking Zeus or Achilles because they want wet food!
I'm going to think that the scenario on this is Chrysalis trying to take over the hives, and I think Faring's would get that rage boost. Especially because she would want to kill his brother.
He's always
I can't see him letting that happen.
That's a big what if.
I mean, that is what she would do.
Probably, but I'm just thinking in terms of a duel here.
Yeah, there ain't no friendly duels with Chrysalis. This is death battle.
I kind of want to make this series now. All right, let's move on. We're a little over time here, but let's get through the fights. Who would win in a fight? Chrysalis and Nightmare Moon.
Nightmare.
This one's close, I think. Like I didn't think Pharynx and I didn't think Pharynx and Chrysalis is close. I think this is close.
I don't think so, like, at all. The only reason Chrysalis had the power to overcome Celestia was because the power of love between Cadence and Shining Armor was that strong. She was surprised she could do that. She knows she can't take an alicorn horn to horn, and this is taking an alicorn horn to horn, and especially one juiced up on dark magic. Bitch, I'm sorry, Chrysalis, I love you. You don't stand a chance.
Nightmare's gonna tear her apart.
Yeah, she's gonna have more holes by the time she's done with her.
And a lot less limbs.
Oh, the chat's mad at me for giving Chrysalis so much credit. You know something, guys? I think you drive some good points. I'll take your side on this one. I think you've convinced me. Nightmare Moon would win this one. I'm just curious what the comments say. Celestia had to put Nightmare on the moon.
In the moon, not on the moon.
Yeah, peak Chrysalis loses to baseline Nightmare Moon.
Like, Nightmare Moon on a regular day could take Chrysalis on her best day.
Yeah. Nightmare unless it's Canterlot Wedding Chrysalis. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody seems to agree with you guys. So
Yeah, because it's
I'm-
no contest. Because like Chrysalis knew she couldn't take Celestia, and Nightmare Moon is on par with Celestia, so no fucking way.
Okay, let's see here. The Pony Diamonds. What is this?
I like the silhouettes. Silhouettes.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the Steven Universe thing.
Yeah, I love it
Yeah.
when they collaborate.
I don't
Alright,
know
so-
enough.
In the palace.
Here's do we take extra time to do this personality quiz, or do we just move on to
Let's
the next
leave that
stream?
for next time.
Yeah, let's do that
Alright.
next time.
All right, sounds good. Well,
That could be a
thanks-
whole stream in and of itself.
It really could. So maybe if my plan for next week falls through, we'll do that instead. So I'll save this tab. But thanks everybody for
All right, let's
tuning
get
in. Heather, someone's calling you.
Yeah, my mom's calling, so I'll sign out. Love you guys. See you later.
See you later. And thanks everybody for tuning in. We hope you had fun. Come back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to play some Ponyvania. I just want to get through that freaking game because there are other Brony games out there that I found and I want to play those too. But I feel like it's going to be a mark against my honor if I don't finish Ponyvania. So we'll see you in a little bit over there. Stay safe. God bless. Say goodnight,